In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this amazing timeline chart for your project management. Now in this case, you can see we have the start date of the project, nicely displayed the name of each and every project, how much progress we did and how much is remaining. Now for example, if I simply change this 16% to let's say 50%, hit enter, each and everything is totally dynamic. How we can create this amazing chart, I'm going to show you each and everything in this video. Consider I have 4 columns of data set, the detail of timeline, start date, the end date, and how much progress you did over the time. We need to create some helper column and I will explain those columns one by one. I also wrote down each and every step for you. We need to follow these steps to create this amazing chart. The first step, we need to select column B and column E to insert XY scatter chart. First, I'm going to insert the chart and then I will explain what is column E. I will select column B, hold Control and simply select column E. Now click on Insert, Recommended Chart, All Chart, XY chart. We need to select the first XY scatter chart. Simply hit OK and now simply move this chart on a bottom area and increase the width and height of this chart a little bit more. Now you can see for each and every start date we have a specific point. But how we need to define their vertical position, we have created this height column. And the height column will always start from the 1 and we need to increase by 1. So there is no specific formula. Simply write 1 to 3 till the end of your data sheet. In this case, I have 10 data points. So you can see the 10 as the max value. The next thing, I will click on my chart. We need to remove the chart title, click and hit delete key. And we also don't need the vertical x-axis, hit delete key. Now click on plus button and simply off the grid line as well. Now I will follow all of my steps again. Now duplicate the first series 3 times. What this means, I need to click on my series. Now hit Ctrl C and hit Ctrl V 2 times. Now this will create 3 series for me. If I click on chart design, select data, now I can see 3 series. We need to rename these series one by one as the plane duration, actual duration and point connector. I will click edit. We simply need to rename this series, let's say plane duration. And now simply hit OK. Now we need to connect these data points nicely with vertical and horizontal line. If I show you the ready one, we need to connect this with a vertical line as well as horizontal line. But the challenging part is horizontal line is different length for each and every series. If I click on my step by step, we have a new column gap between tasks. For the first row, I simply define 0, but for the next row, I use a very simple formula. End date minus start date, and this will give me the total number of days. Using this concept, we can simply assign this as the length for error bar. Okay, the first thing I will select my chart, click on format. We need to select the point connected series first. The next thing I will click on plus button, apply the error bar. More error bar options. First, I will select the vertical error bar. For the direction, select the minus. For the end style, simply select no cap. Now scroll a little bit more. For the error amount, in this case, I will select the fixed value. And for the vertical error bar, I will simply define 1 because we have a gap of 1 between each and every series. If I simply type 1, hit enter, you can see it's nicely touching each and every line. Now I will select horizontal error bar. For the direction, I will select minus. For the end style, I will select no cap. And for the error amount, I will select custom, specify value, In this case, I will define the entire gap between task column. So for the positive error bar value, simply define entire value column. And for the negative, also simply define the entire value column. And now simply hit OK and close this window. Now if I click outside my chart, you can see it's nicely touching horizontal and vertical error line. The next thing, we need to format this data point, and also we need to format the line color as well. So I will click on my chart again, click on format. We need to select the point connected series. Now right click, format data series. Now click fill and lines, markers, expand the marker options, select built-in. I like this circle, but we need to increase the size to, let's say, 7 point. Select the solid fill color and I will choose the dark red color. For the border, I will simply select no line. Now I will click my horizontal error bar. For the width, I will choose, let's say, 1.25 point. For the color, I will choose the same dark red color. And now I will select the vertical error bar. We need to increase the width, let's say 1.25. For the color, I will choose the same dark red color. Now I will close format data series window and click outside. This is how my chart look like. The next tip, we need to create a plain duration line. On column F, you can see plain duration. If I click on the first row, we have created a very simple formula. Just end date minus start date, and this will calculate the total number of days. Now I will click on my chart first, click on format. In this case, I will select the plain duration series. Now click on plus button, apply the error bar on this series, more error bar options. The first thing, I will select the vertical error bar and simply hit delete key. Now I will select horizontal error bar. We need to select the plus direction only. For the end style, I will select no cape. Now I will scroll a little bit more, and for the error bar length, I will select custom, specify value. In this case, I will select the entire column F. So for the positive value, the same column F, and for the negative value, select the same column F. Now I will hit OK and I will click fill and lines. The first thing, we need to increase the width of this line, let's say 1.5 this time. For the end arrow type, I will select the arrow layout, and now I will close this window, click outside my chart. This is how our plain duration line look like. Next, we need to create the actual duration line. But first, I'm going to explain the column G, which calculates the actual duration length. If I click on the first row, it simply uses a very simple concept. We have a plain duration, we have a percent progress, and if we multiply both, we can easily get the actual duration length. Now I will click again on my chart, format. In this case, I will select the actual duration series. Now click plus button, apply the error bar, more error bar options. Now in this case, we don't need the vertical error bar, so I will click and hit delete key. Now I will select my horizontal error bar. For the direction, I will select plus. For the end style, I will select no cape. And for the error amount, I will select custom, click specify value, and simply define the entire column G for positive and negative error bar. Now I will hit OK. Click fill and lines. In this case, I will increase the width, let's say 1.75, a little bit more than the plain duration. For the end arrow type, I will select the same arrow design. Now I will close this window, click outside my chart. This is how my actual and plain duration look like. If I click on ready one, we need to display the start date for each and every timeline. In this case, we need to select the point connector series again. So I will click on my chart, format. We need to select the point connector series again. So this is a point connector series. Click on plus button, apply the data label, more data label options, value from cell. In this case, I will define the start date. Simply hit OK, uncheck the Y value and show leader line. For the position, I will select below position. Now I will click size and properties, and this is amazing. For the right margin, I will increase this one, and you can see when I set 0.8, it's look much perfect on my chart. Now I will click on home. We need to change the font color again with the same dark color. Hit Ctrl B to make it bold as well. And now if I close this window, you can see nicely we have display start date as well. Now we need to display the progress of the project on the end of the arrow. So for this, we need to create a very simple series. I will click on my chart, chart design, select data. We need to insert one more series, and the name of the series will be, let's say, progress. For the X value, we need to define the end date this time. And for the Y value, again, we need to define the same height column, which is the vertical position for the dots. Now simply hit OK and hit OK. Now I will click on format. You can see a new series will be added here. We need to select the series progress. Don't do anything. Just click on plus button, apply the data label, more data label options, value from cell. In this case, I will select all of the percentage. Hit OK, uncheck Y value and show leader line. For the position, I will select the right position. If you want to change the font color, simply choose the same font color. Hit Ctrl B to make it bold. And now if I close this window, you can see we have nicely displayed the progress of each and every timeline. Now the only thing we need to display the name properly on the top of each and every timeline. For this, we need to display a new timeline data label series. And now if I click on column I, it's using a very simple formula. Just original height, and we simply add 0.4 to look amazing those data point. So what I will do, I will click on my chart. Again chart design, select data. We need to add one more series. And for the series name, let's say timeline data label. For the X value, in this case, again I will define start date. For the Y value, in this case, I will define timeline data label series. And now I will hit OK, hit OK. I will click on format. We need to select our new edit series, which is a timeline data label. We don't need to do anything. Just click plus button. Apply the data label, more data label options. Click value from cell, select all of the timeline detail name, hit OK, uncheck the Y value and show leader line. For the position, I will select the right position. If you want to change the font color, you can change. I will hit Ctrl B. Now if I close this window, you can see we have nicely displayed each and every thing. If this look crowded, simply increase the width of the chart a little bit more. Now we need to display a vertical line which display today date. Somewhere on the sheet, I simply use a today date function. Now click on my chart. Click on chart design. We need to add one more series. And for this series, I will rename, let's say, today date. For the X value, we need to define the today date, which is K1. For the Y value, in this case, I will define, let's say, 10.5. In this case, actually, 10 is the max value. So we need to define 10.5. I will hit OK and now hit OK again. Now click on Format. We need to select a new edit series, today date. Click on plus button and now simply display a data label, more data label options, value from cell. In this case, I will select K1, hit OK. Simply uncheck the Y value and show leader line. For the shape fill, I will select, let's say, a dark color. And for the font, I will choose a white font color. Simply hit Ctrl B as well. Now I will click plus button, apply the error bar, more error bar options. In this case, for the direction, I will select minus. For the end style, I will select no cape. And for the error amount, I will type percentage. And we need to define 100%, hit enter. Now click fill in lines. For the line, I will select solid line. For the color, I will choose the same dark red color. For the dash type, I will select a dotted line this time. Now this is how our final timeline chart look like. If you increase the height and width, this chart will look much amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something useful. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel for more video. And if you have any other question, just write me a comment. Thank you so much.